Hello everybody, welcome to G4G here on YouTube. Today's background music is brought to you by No Copyright Sounds. A link will be in the description. We're going to take a look at the Beetle season, PvP number 30. So we also have a uniform sale and a hero sale, but we'll get to that during the week of Marvel Avengers Alliance. We're going to take a look at the season and talk about a few things going on over here. So the first thing that we need to talk about is Cloak and Dagger and Angrier have taken some nerfs. They've had their stuff adjusted, and you should definitely go take a look at the patch notes for that. I will link that in the description, and you can go take a look at what's happened to them. So far in the test runs that I've done, Team Tactical Suicide is actually not working out as intended. It used to be, when I was doing this, any action would allow my agent to jump in and do stuff. That is not the case now. It seems like turn order is normal, and that's not actually something that I saw in the patch notes, but I'm going to take this stuff off, and then I'm going to re-equip it in case perhaps my passives are not working. But I've noticed that I don't turn jump the way that I used to, so I think my cheese bucket team that I was using towards the end of last season is going to go away, and then I'm probably going to go back to something a little bit more normal. But let's take a look at them in action over here and see if they still can't turn jump. I did see a Cloak and Dagger on defense so far, but it didn't last because that's what I suicided into. So typically activating a class benefit over here would make my agent turn jump, and as you can see, he's not. So Tactical Suicide still can possibly work. It's just that I don't get the turn order jumping. Of course Victor goes for my agent, because what else would he do? Victor tends to go for tacticians a tremendous amount of time. Now, for me, Tactical Suicide, it's not a failure. It doesn't turn jump anymore. However, it still effectively does exactly what it needs to do, which is take out the highest threat and then give the rest of my team extra turns. As a matter of fact, I think the extra turns is actually working out a little bit better. So the enemy agent over there gets to go because of the fact that he's a tactician and that was a blaster. Your soul is mine. It's very interesting to actually see that proc. But yeah, Cloak and Dagger's been reworked slightly, and Angry has also been toyed around with. Also, worthy of note, the Heroes for Hire and the Magical Heroes for Hire item are now quick actions, not free actions. And they share a cooldown. Well, my agent turn jumped on that one. That's a little strange. I'm going to take out their Pesty. Yeah, he's an infiltrator. He's got to go. I have a little less to fear from Spider Tits over there now. And we'll have to take a look at the rewards and everything. I'm not exactly too sure why we're getting Beetle and not Songbird, considering they said Songbird was going to be the next PvP, And honestly, Beetle makes sense as a lockbox, not an actual PvP reward. Like, I can imagine Songbird being the hero and Beetle being like a Beetle box, lockbox. And wow, that fucking spider tits passive. Oh, my agent actually gained a turn off of that. That's rather surprising. Are you kidding? Somebody is... Oh my god, you've got to be joking. I actually just saw a fucking Sparta boot and it... Oh, man. That's straight up ridiculous there. Alright, let's take a look at the reward. So the tactical team is kind of working. It's just not necessarily as guaranteed as it was over here. So the boomerang launcher is going to be in the roulette. And I'm going to update my items over here because I bought 2 of the 2 6-packs of the balanced. So let's just make sure there's nothing real old here. Okay, so this is now a quick action, not a free action. Straight up ridiculous. So I happened to see on Kingfisher's Facebook that he's pretty upset about it, and he feels like he wants some money back for it. And in all honesty, I definitely don't blame him. I think that is a major nerf to those items. I'm not particularly pleased with it either, because it basically means that I'm going to have to, at least for now, adjust that on my defense, because that was part of Null's routine of getting meteor stacks. And that is the fact that that was a free action. So, it remains to be seen if I continue with Tactical Suicide over here, but my defending team is the Bruiser Agent with Mystical, Angrier, and Null, and I was running the Ball of Binding over here. I think I want a free action in its place, and I think I'm going to go with the free action shield generator. The reason being is I don't think a healing item would be that good there, because I'm sure we're going to see lots of despair still being around. So I think I'm going to go with the free action version of the custom magnetic field generator. Of course, if I could actually find the friggin' thing. What was the name of that thing in its free action form? Yeah, it should be one of these. Magnetic Field Dynamo. There we go. Oh yeah, I won the Ionic Devourer today. Kudos to me. Was just randomly running that mission to level some people, and I won the Ionic Devourer. Pretty happy about that. Could actually move that into defense, but alright. So, the rewards. 100k silver, 10 gold. Screaming Cannon. All enemies. Can't really tell the damage yet. Ranged Gun and Sonic. Elusive. High chance to evade enemy counterattacks and follow-up. Sky is Falling. Ally Sonic and ground attacks have a 50% chance to create falling debris. We've seen that before. Avalanche has it. Shocker has it. All enemies get dementia. Chance to cause delirium effects, including confusion, disoriented, mind control, and possessed. So that means like somebody like Kurth is going to laugh at that. However, internal bleeding as an AoE, that is really nice because internal bleeding doesn't go away. You can't remove internal bleeding. It's bordered. So the only thing that makes it go away is 3 rounds. Of course, if you mix it with regular bleeds, you get you still can only get 3 stacks of bleeds, but you could have like 2 internals and a normal, so on and so forth. All allies get feedback, so that's similar to the Sonic Fist. Interesting weapon. The Vibranium League reward. It is a tactician suit, which is kind of what we expected. And of course, being green, we're going with the green element. Biohazard suit, immune to harmful poison and bio effects. So, finally something to work against Kurth. That means Kurth level 2 probably will not affect you. You reduce the damage from bio attacks. System of toxicity. Debuff actions drain stamina from the target. So, we're probably next season going to see a lot of these suits running around with a lot of debuff actions equipped to cause straining. Now, it's not going to cause strain, but so much as it's going to do like a, the signpost. And it's going to do a signpost hit every time you do a debuff action. So it's going to be interesting. Melee attacks gain envenomed. Takes less damage from dots. That's really big. I really like that component of it. Taking less damage from dots without having to have Pesty out there and everything. That's really good. And then Beetle, our tactician trader and infiltration, is going to be our reward. And that's really surprising. I think we definitely all expected Songbird over there. So let's take a look at her. Battle prep. Chance to follow up on single target attacks. Chance to follow up on an ally single target attacks. So it could be interesting to see if she becomes part of initiation teams like Spider-Man and War Rocket, Union Jack. Really trash health. Really trash stamina. But very high attack. Bad defense, accuracy, and evasion. So if you were to go with the PKB method, you would be ISOing for health, attack, accuracy, and evasion. And of course, we now have to give a nod over to stamina. Cunning Mind counts as both an infiltrator and a tactician. She's probably going to be infiltrator ISOs, is my guess, similar to Fandral. Durability, chance to significantly reduce the damage of an attack, and she's immune to ground attacks because she's a flyer. Incinerator Ray, look at all the debuffs on this one. Sounds very opportunistic style. Neutralized, impaired, melt armor, burning. They did give her Bertha. I was hoping they would do that. Rapid shot, off balance, exhausted, and winded, so she shuts down infiltrators, which is good. She shuts down tacticians, and she shuts down scrappers, so she turned off all of her counter classes. That's really nice. The playbook, all allies buff and debuff. Quick action, all enemies get disadvantage. All allies get combat awareness, and the next attack gains exploit opportunity. Bertha, all enemies starts cooldown, range gun, explosion, catastrophic, combustible, deadly crit. So if you do the playbook and then Bertha after a bunch of opportunistic debuffs are out, could be really nice. It's going to be interesting to see if we see Deathlocket around, or Shocker, Jane Thor, and Blue Marvel. I predict we will definitely see Cloak and Dagger. Not expecting Cammy. I honestly believe we should be seeing Electro. He's just too good to pass up. But we would have seen him last season if he was going to be around, I believe. But I don't know. Possibly we could see Blue Marvel. I think he might show up on offense and defense. I mean, he's got a Heimdall-esque antimatter going on over here. And, I mean, he could successfully be used with Heimdall. I think it's a little overkill. But, of course, Heimdall does give the stealth seeing, the no stealth thing going on over there. So if you ran the Spirit Blade, actually, a couple things you could do over here. If you ran the Spear Blade on your agent, which pushed attacks to either Blue Marvel or Heimdall, and you gave Heimdall the Elite ISO and his personal ISO, could be really good. And if your buffs from Heimdall get purged off, antimatter manipulation could give them right back. So like in round 1, Heimdall could do all of his buffs, and if it gets cleansed off, then just follow it up with Modern Blue Marvel doing it. And, you know, you could run Blue Marvel with other people, like, say, Sandman or Omega Sentinel or any of the other Finest Hour teams. So, there is his personal ISO impasse chance to preemptively negate counterattacks. Very, very interesting. I really don't know if we'll see Jane Thor, but she might show up in Electric meta. It just all depends on how the AI uses her abilities. At level 15, if she opens up with an Asgardian strike that follows into a hammer throw, that could definitely be good. I think the AI could potentially have some relatively solid use with her. Because of her cooldowns, the AI might not get particularly stupid. However, if she tries to do a home run too early, it might be bad. And, I mean, she actually has some synergy with Blue Marvel, because Blue Marvel could give her the Rising Up buffs, but potentially Thor, because Thor guarantees a strengthen, might work out with her. She could definitely go good with Beta Ray Bill. The fact that she gives a crackling shield to everybody could be fairly solid with, say, like Invisible Woman or Carolina Dean or any of the other shield breaker types. I mean, it's possible we'll see her. I don't really think so. I think Blue Marvel has a little bit of a better shot. And as somebody pointed out in the From the Hellcarrier stream today, Blue Marvel could go particularly well with Hyperion. And his Tactical Protect, the ISO that you could get, I believe allows him to protect people when he's higher in health, and then the chance goes away as his health drops, similar to what Wolverine does. I actually had to have somebody mention that to me, because Wolverine's so far from my brain, I forgot that he had that built into his kit. So, good luck, everybody, and I will see you on my streams as I do my daily PvP for you guys. See you later.